getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Down here for the offense. Leaves it with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running. Get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The give to the back.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Pulls it in inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans! One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't happy.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. zone here for the offense. Quarterback checking the play. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Parker. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Washington State going quickly. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Zings it complete to the right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Ball at the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Looking to move the chains, they throw it complete to the left. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Cougars are marching down the field. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the point after is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Branch. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to play.
Trying to beat the D deep. And he's got it inside the 25. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a gap. It's Marks. Hard running there. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Quick pass on the fly motion. Knocked off his feet.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Let's send out the kicker here. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback checking off. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Shoots it to the left. He's got him wide open. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to him. Got his man on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Finds his tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cougar!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
14-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Moves away as he feels pressure. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message, going for it this close to his own end zone. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. couldn't order better field position for this offense. They'll give it on the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield just like right there and create a TFL.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes that when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Washington State can get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Hand off from the shotgun. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. Direct snap. Knocked down for the tackle. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. On 4th and goal, no thought of the field goal. They'll go for the touchdown. Power ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington State.
And, man, that stings. If you're a defense, you get all the way to a 4th down situation and held them so many times, and, man, they punch it in late, especially with the physicality. I hate when I get beat with physicality, and they pounded them, ran the football with all the big guys in the game, and got the touchdown.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break.
That's the end of the 1st half. With the score, Washington State 21, USC 10.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the 2nd anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told yourself we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning and you fail. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And here comes the offense on second down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Working that left side now. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and some quarterbacks just read your mail. And Palmer, it looked like he read blitz all the way and knew his answer.
Yeah, Dave, you could tell this guy spent a lot of time studying film leading up to this game. They knew this defense was going to try to pressure him, so you want to know where your answers are against the blitz, and he found it there, dumping it off to his back.
They'll throw it on first down. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pick. Few places are richer in tradition, more steep in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. The offense will have to use it. Out of the half.
Timeout, Washington State.
Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. With the catch, it's Williams. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Live by the blitz, get hit with a chunk play on the blitz too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but I'm still going to be aggressive. I'm still going to play man. I'm still going to have to bring some blitzes. So I look for this defense to stay aggressive and maybe give that guy a smidge more attention.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback will audible. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Got his man on the right. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Cougars will hustle to the line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
He got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington State. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a little trickery. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Line gets set, first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught over the middle, it's Smith. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Touch pass on the run. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator.
It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Scott. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Keeps the legs moving. Hey, that's a live ball. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. A first down for the offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter.
27 on the play. And first down for the offense. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Washington State 7, Ohio State 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. And that pass picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got it on the outside. It's Henderson.
Well, they're throwing this one to the running back out on the perimeter of the field. They didn't get it to him quick enough, though, so he literally had to tap dance there on the sidelines, make sure he was in bounds when he caught it, and just pick up a few yards.
To the air, it's Howard. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Now on second down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, he'll let it fly. Unloads to the right. Wide open downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got it behind the line. It's Parker. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a first.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Coming after him. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. The offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Got some room to run. Still on his feet. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And this defense coming out with points of their own. What an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Fast motion from the offense. To the air, it's Mateer. They're bringing heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes the catch inside his 40. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
That's the end of the first half. This is the score. Ohio State 14, Washington State 7.
Washington State has it teed up, and we're ready to go here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Take over 1st and
10. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part.
He's got it on the left. To the 43-yard line, and a 1st down for this offense.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Pocket starts to collapse. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And that time the defense dialed up a free safety blitz. They were able to get an extra number in the pass rush. Offensive line, running backs, they couldn't account for it. And that free safety able to get to the quarterback.
He's taking the shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Buckeyes are on the move. Wants to throw on 1st down. Buying some time. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And nobody responsible for picking up the free safety because, David, frankly, I don't believe they thought he was coming.
No, and whose responsibility is that? The quarterback. If I see the free safety blitzing, I'm throwing the ball deep to somebody to make a play because he can't.
Off he goes! That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. It's complete. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there. And because the QB got it to his guy early, he was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
Looking to throw. Gets away. And the quick shuffle pass underneath.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. The receiver on the jet sweep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field really deep, but I do have to worry about them finding ways to get wide receivers, tight ends, speed the ball on the perimeter. Defense was ready for it. Pretty good job by the defense.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. 4th down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Now adjusting. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
21, Washington State, 7.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play. To the air, it's Mateer. Looking deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the target. He's got it. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Brought down at the 27-yard line. Give it up for a 1st down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 21, Washington State 7.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's going to pass. Trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. The short hands, it's Williams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Washington State lines up quickly. Quarterback checking off. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Washington State, 7.
He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Second down after that incompletion. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. He wants a big play here late. Brings it in down the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Line getting set on second down. Finds the tight end. Makes his man miss. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Assault continues. Looking for the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Couldn't make the play on first down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Williams. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on first down. Feeling some heat. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wazoo!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Shakes off the tackler. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Howard. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Timeout, Washington State.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. He wants to throw here on second down. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Looking for more room. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
And you know what? You kind of deserve that. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football all over the yard. Now this game, it's a long shot, but you gave him a little bit of hope.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Ohio State. How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he's going to try to return this one. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He's looking to throw it. Release to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Henderson. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the beatdown has ensued.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
42. Washington State, 14.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. One more play to pad the stats. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air on first down. They're trying to get to it. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet, move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. On the banks of the Mississippi River, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a storied venue, and soon the fog will rise off the Big Muddy, and will it also bring a victory for the beloved Bayou Bengals, Tiger Stadium, home of LSU. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over it. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends, it's so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there, because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a third time.
They want to just keep throwing it. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, it's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Quarterback will audible. Motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Mateer. He's got him this time. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to throw on third down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go dime, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run the football. I'm getting to the...
Touchdown, Cougars! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Throws to the wideout. And he just overshot his man. Out of bounds, incomplete.
They're trying to throw the out route. That time, though, the QB threw it a little bit too far to the outside. It falls incomplete.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Sampson. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating group.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Got him downfield. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
Washington State 7, LSU 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. He's moving out of the pocket. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
It gets closer and closer to the end zone right here. You know what's coming as a defense. The offense has to be physical, and they were, and the back knew exactly what he had to get 6.
And he tacks on the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. He hauls it in and nobody's close. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He's going to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Parker. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Forced out of the pocket. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Tight end finds a soft spot. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
With the run on 1st and goal. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cougar. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some
And the ball is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Washington State. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance.